Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I'm going to show you how to find the cabbage looper on your kales and related plants, and also how to find squash bug eggs. And then I'm going to talk about how I manage my squash plants, my zucchini plants, and how I use dust on them, and again how I look for the eggs. The most important thing is to know your pests, and that white moth that has trapped itself inside my greenhouse is the moth that lays the eggs that produce the green cabbage loopers that will chew holes in your kale, your cabbages, kohlrabi, all the plants that are related in that family. On this squash plant that's not going to get planted, it was just an extra, all those eggs right along there are from a squash bug, and they will hatch and affect your plant. And again, the most important thing is to know when your pests arrive. Today is June 15th, and they are all really showing up in my garden. You might be able to hear the thunder in the background. The problem I've been having is for the last week, anything I really spray gets washed off. So here are some Brussels sprouts. They don't have too many holes in them. They've been being treated with the neem oil. But as you come around over to one of my collards that was doing really well, you can see a lot of the leaves are perfectly fine, but the holes are starting to show up. And as soon as you see those holes, that's because the white moth has come by and laid eggs on the plant, and right there by my thumb is the green cabbage looper. And what I'm going to do is look through a lot of these plants, remove the looper, but also again spray with neem oil. But unfortunately it's going to be raining here just about every day, thunderstorms, and it does wash off a lot of the products that you use to keep the pests off your garden. Let me go show you what the zucchini looks like right now, and how you find the eggs on that plant. Squash and zucchini bed, it's actually starting to storm. I spray my plants with neem oil, soapy water, even the underside of the leaves, and that will contact any eggs and will kill chewing insects. But still the squash bugs come, and the best way to really look for squash bugs is to look on the underside of the leaves, and that's a cluster of squash bug eggs. That's probably been sprayed with neem oil, but when they hatch, if they haven't been sprayed, they'll chew on the leaves, they'll get the neem oil, and they probably, won't live very long. But they still come, and squash bugs usually come in from the stem, walk up onto the plant and do what they have to do. I get them every year. I spray with neem oil regularly. I also get vine borers. That'll be a subject of another video. But you want to just look on the underside of the leaves. I also get cucumber beetles. And there's some more eggs right down in there. So you can just tear the leaf off, tear off the cluster of eggs, and get rid of them that way. But I do know I'm spraying neem oil. I also use 7 dust, and that's an insecticidal dust that's a non-discriminate killer. And you can also use an organic dust, but the principle is the same. If you just throw the dust everywhere all over your plants, they're going to get on the flowers, they're going to get the pollinating insects. Just don't do that. I have a couple videos that show a sensible way of using dust. When I'm going after cucumber beetles, put the dust right on the leaves, away from the flowers. Do it in the evening. The beetles come, crawl on it, die. Rinse it down with water in the morning. Your pollinating insects will be fine. To deal with cucumber beetles, but to deal with squash bugs and vine borers, I put dust down the bottom. And I'm going to do that now off camera and come back on, because I can't just do it when I'm holding the camera. But the idea is don't put the dust on the flowers, put it on the bottom stem and on the earth around it, because that's how the squash bugs get to you. That's the pattern that I use to put down the dust. It's away from the flowers. Flying insects aren't going to come and really land on that. Yes, there's always a chance that you're going to kill off some, and I hope that doesn't happen. But if I don't aggressively treat for vine borers and squash bugs, my plants get damaged, and I will lose my squash plants and zucchini plants to vine borers. I'll talk more about that in another video. But I find that using the dust is the most effective way to really kill off vine borers and squash bugs. You can try other means if you want, certainly. You can spend a lot of time looking under the leaves and trying to get all the eggs. But if you're pulling eggs off, that means you have squash bugs running around in your garden, so they're going to keep laying eggs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com, and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.